Welcome to Senior here, where you come for all of your immediate needs. My name is Ray.
It's your boy Nicky Tay.
And today we are reviewing The Nun.
Ave Maria. Directed by Corin Hardy, starring Damien Becerra, Thaisa Farmiga, and Jonas Bloquet. The Nun. This is the Conjuring universe, right? This is the spinoff of specifically The Conjuring 2, where we were introduced to the nun character, which turns out to be the demon Valak, you know, the defiler, the profane, the Marquis of Snakes. Scary character in The Conjuring of 2, absolutely scary. I don't know if he was as scary as like the Crooked Man, but the nun definitely was like, oh, you know, we get to see, you know, more of this, you know, truly terrifying franchise. The Nun, the film, again, focuses on Valak and how he became or took the body of a nun, you know, how the form that we know him as, and essentially that's the premise of the movie. Is the nun scary?
That's always got to be the first question when you talk about a scary movie.
I mean, is the nun scary? I would say no. I would say it's goofy. I would say, I mean, there are intentional jump scares, right? But
just stop.
I'm trying. It's the Conjuring universe.
Let me step in.
Give them the benefit of the doubt. You know.
Let me step in. Before this film dropped, the ones around me, I was preaching to everybody. Go watch this movie.
Scariest movie of the year.
Possibly one of the scariest movies of the decade. That's what I said.
That's a little high.
That's what I wanted from this.
I told you it was a little high. But of the year, definitely. And we're talking about a year with Hereditary.
Yes.
A Quiet Place. Yes. Insidious came out.
Sorry to bother you. All these scary movies that we watched. We watched a lot of them.
Black Klansman.
We watched a lot.
Depending on who you are. There's a lot of scary movies on the docket, and The Nun was supposed to blow everything away.
This movie was very underwhelming. I want to let everybody know that right now. I'm not going to even have you wait till you get to the end. This movie did not deliver on what The Conjuring does so well. Scare you.
Yeah, I mean, the movie literally answers the question, you know, are there scares in this film? There are none. You know, I mean, this movie tells you before you even go into it. Yeah, no none intended. No scares intended. I mean, this film was a letdown. Honestly, I am so, you know, disappointed in this film. I have to now redeem my movie credibility because all of the people I told that this was going to be scary, and they were like, oh, you sure? And I'm like, oh, I promise you, it's going to be terrifying. I mean, the trailers got taken down from YouTube. It was so scary.
Yeah.
And to see this film be everything but.
Well, I'm going to talk a little bit about the film. Let's talk a little bit about the actual film. So the reason why I feel like this movie wasn't as scary as previous Conjuring films, and even I would even say the last Annabelle or Annabelle Creation. This movie really has to fall in line as probably one of the worst in the franchise.
Yeah, if not the worst.
If not the worst in the franchise. And I think it's so crazy because I believe that the nun, the character, was the scariest to me. Some would say the Crooked Man, but for me the nun was the scariest, especially in the scenes that we had in the second movie. And we really didn't get none of those type of scenes that we had in the second Conjuring films dealing with the nun. Just dealing with the nun. We got none of those. We didn't even really get to see the nun. And all the times that we did, it seemed a little bit goofy. It seemed more goofy than actually scary. I really couldn't even take the nun serious.
Yeah, and I think for me, it kind of puts into perspective the other movies in the franchise, right? If we think about Insidious, the scariest moments wasn't when they were in, you know, the further and they had demons running around. Even though it might have been for most people, I don't think it was. I think it was the scenes where we saw flashes of demons, right? Where it's like, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
It's not when it's just outright in your face. Think about The Conjuring. You know, once the mom is inhabited by the demon, the movie kind of gets a little hokey. But the suspense and build up to it is amazing.
Yes.
And I think where The Nun is lacking, or maybe it just has too much of, is an actual demon on the screen. It's just not scary once he's revealed. It's the suspense and build up to the actual reveal of the demon. And since we know the demon from Conjuring 2, and we got a movie basically focused on the demon in The Nun, I don't even know what they could have done to truthfully make this scary.
I think what they could have done to make this movie better is once the priest and the nun entered the castle or the monastery, what would you call it?
Oh, I like monastery.
Okay, the monastery, they should have allowed the film to percolate as if it was a house. And they should have scared them more leading up to the finale. And they didn't do that. Like you said, they jumped right into showing this demon, chasing them around. And it felt more like a slasher film than an actual build-up spiritual type of film.
That's a good point. It felt more like a Michael Myers, but I didn't get the gore of Michael Myers. You know, I didn't get this, oh my God, he's cutting somebody in half with a machete in one stroke. I got jump scares with an entity that I clearly knew had more capability.
What? She lay him down. God ends here.
It's like watching a Freddy movie and they never go into the dream world. It's like, what is this?
Yeah.
How he can't hurt anybody?
Yeah. In closing, I would definitely have to say The Nun let me down completely. I would even say for me, probably the most disappointing movie of 2018. Not the worst movie, but the most disappointing film. The acting in this movie was good. I can admit that the acting in this movie was good. I believed everybody. I feel like everybody did it well. The character that played Frenchie did an amazing job. I felt like he really stole the show among the actors, but they all did well. So this movie had good stuff in it. Even the story wasn't bad. The story was actually pretty good for a scary movie story. It just lacked on one of the biggest things, the scares. So in closing, I will have to give this terrifying rating of a 5.5. Yeah, I know, it's grotesque.
The Nun. Very, as we've already stated, underwhelming. I'm maybe just whelmed. Not underwhelmed. I'm just whelmed. I mean, it did deliver partly of what you knew you were going to get, which is demon, supernatural horror, you know, solid acting, a decent story. It just wasn't scary. I think I might have to just blame The Conjuring 2. The Conjuring 2 just set the bar incredibly high.
Yeah.
Annabelle Creation got pretty close.
Yes, it did.
But this is, as you said, it could be the worst in the franchise. You know, right there next to like the weird Insidious, not 2, the one in the middle, the prequel. It's just a lot of weird choices. I'm super excited for the Crooked Man coming, so that'll be the redeemer for me. The Nun, I'm giving a 5.2, and that's because it's like you can go see it.
It's watchable
if you got time.
Yeah, definitely.
Just don't break your neck for it.
No, don't.
I can conjure a demon right now that's probably scarier than 80% of that movie.
Yeah.
That completes the review for The Nun. What do you think about the film? I can guess some of you will be like, oh, this sucks. Yeah, we agree. And then there'll be the other portion of you that'll be like, oh, it was great. You guys are just too picky. No, it was mild.
Very.
I don't think anybody should be arguing the fact that this is a mild, scary movie. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date with all of our reviewing content, because we have a lot out there. I mean, we're almost coming up on a year.
Yes, we are.
If you know, this is almost the year anniversary of Seen It Here.
We got things coming. We have things planned, percolating.
And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here. Ave Maria.
That's it. It was good. I just made it a little longer. It was too short. Like one more verse. Like one more. Like like nah. That's it.
That's not bad.
Oh, I can't. I'm as talented as you were singing. You gonna try it one more time?
And as always, don't forget, you've seen it here.
I'm really just disappointed in this film.
It's okay. It's okay. We got Hereditary. We got got Hereditary.
The Quiet Place is all we had. The only good scary movie.